On this episode of Under the Apron, we take a deep dive into well-known conspiracy theories and add our take to them. Plus, we did a fantasy wrestling draft that we didn't go to do last week. Trust us, you won't want to miss a single thing here on the All Things Wrestling podcast. Welcome back, old and new friends. It's your favorite wrestling crime junkies here with another new episode of Under the Apron, where we take decade-old wrestling stories that were swept under the rug and bring them back to life. Ooh. We are your host. I'm Ernie. Here with me, as always, is, let's just say, if there was ever a wrestling version of Supernatural, he'd be the Sam to my Dean. Here's Michael.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right. Popping that Zoa already.
All right, like I said, for me, I don't necessarily need the energy, so I'm gonna wind down with a Bud Light Platinum Seltzer and Wild Berry.
That's cool. Mine is the White Peach Zero Sugar. Yeah, that's all I can say. So far, it's pretty good.
I had the White Peach today; it was very good. I had it before I went to the gym.
And once again, I got to read what it says in the back. My fellow everyday warriors, Zoa is about healthy, positive energy that help us all focus, be productive, and get stronger together. Mana gratitude. Mana gratitude. Zoa. Dwayne Johnson. Well, thank you very much, Uncle Dwayne.
You're over there being healthy. I'm over here being, what's a seltzer? So I'm not completely unhealthy.
No, it's completely unhealthy, but I gotta stay healthy. I gotta do the non-carb stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so freaking good. I mentioned Buzz in the Tower podcast a few days ago. I had them listen to last week's episode of the wrap-up and told them, I was like, hey, I met up with this guy, told him about you, told him about no more late fees. I even told no more late fees also. They're like, they had a kick out of it. They're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Gotta mention our fellow podcasters, gotta hype them up too.
Keep each other in business.
Yeah, keep each other in business. Gotta listen to those too. But I was listening to Buzz in the Tower the other day about movie theories, and I got so into it that I kept thinking to myself, there are several theories out there in wrestling, right?
Yeah, plenty of them.
Plenty of them. But it's not just any ordinary theory. No,
never. There's nothing ordinary about pro wrestling. Why would the theories be any different?
Never. They're not just any ordinary theory. They're conspiracy theories. Welcome to
your tinfoil hat.
Oh, of course.
Okay, I got mine.
I mean, does the can of Zoa energy drink count? I'll just put it on my head.
That's what I'm going to do with my can when I'm done.
Welcome to Under the Apron Conspiracy Theories. So, who do we have first?
You want to take it or do you want me to take it?
All right, let me take it first.
Go ahead.
All right, there's this theory that Hulk Hogan has to pay Marvel for his name. Have you heard about that?
I heard that Marvel was making money off of his name, at least before, but no, I don't know the whole of it, though.
Okay, so the name Hulk Hogan shares 4/9 of his profits with the comic book. This goes back to the 1970s, a point in history when it wasn't that popular, but it was about territories at the time. Like, you had the Crockett promotions, I guess.
Yeah.
Terry Bollea was an up-and-comer, or as Vince would say, the new sensation in the wrestling world. Basically an indie darling at the time. Hulk Hogan, indie darling. Those are the two words I never thought I'd use. Bless you, sir. There you go.
Man, that
You
salsa went
good?
down the wrong way.
Oh no.
Jeez. Okay. Sorry.
Terry
Yeah.
Bollea. Well, go ahead. What's up? What happened? You
No.
want to
Yeah.
take
I would never ever think of the name Hulk Hogan in indie. No.
Okay. During a promotion for a regional match, he was photographed standing next to the Incredible Hulk actor Lou Ferrigno. You know him, the guy that's in green paint,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. He's one of mine. He's an Italian.
He's one of your guys. Standing a few inches taller and working the gimmick brother, was more muscular than Lou.
Yeah.
Terry was dubbed by ring announcer the real Incredible Hulk.
Wow.
So I guess that's where the ego came from.
Yeah.
The name stuck to Terry, and he was billed as such for years, with Marvel seemingly not paying much attention. At least not yet,
Right. Not for the
So
money.
not until WrestleMania and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now billed as the Incredible Hulk Hogan, Terry was picking up steam and becoming a national sensation by 1984. Marvel quite suddenly saw dollar signs.
Mm-hmm.
In July of 1984, Hulk Hogan came to an arrangement with Marvel. In exchange for their permission to use the name they licensed decades prior, Hogan would pay $100 to Marvel for every time he appeared in the ring. Additionally, 0.009% of all Hulk Hogan merchandise earnings would go to Marvel. And all Hogan-related toys and clothing would feature a label reading, Hulk Hogan is a trademark of the Marvel Comics Group, licensed exclusively to Titan Sports, Inc.
Okay.
So we've had a Marvel superhero Marvel character in the WWF for years, and we didn't know.
Didn't know it. Wow. Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
We had an actual superhero. Oh, okay, so that explains everything. That explains the whole match with against Sergeant Slaughter, basically.
Yeah.
And now I'm not mad about it anymore. The grand total paid by Hogan for his ring appearances is estimated to be around $600,000. Yeah, $600. The merchandising money shelled out is incalculable. The contract expired 20 years later, right around that time, 84 to 94, when he went to WCW and Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah.
He couldn't use the word Hulk anymore.
He didn't need it anymore.
He couldn't. He didn't need it anymore. So that's where the whole Hey, isn't that when Marvel started going bankrupt also?
That I don't know. I've never been a big comic book guy,
so around that time, but still, Hogan
was carrying him on his back.
Hey, exactly. Hogan was carrying him on his back. Is the reason. Bankruptcy. 1996. Yes.
Okay.
Marvel was forced to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy after the comic book industry started to collapse in the 90s. After tense legal battles and struggles to pay back the creditors, the company was salvaged in 1997 and merged with Isaac Permaster Toy Biz. Basically, X-Men went over here. Fantastic Four went over there. Avengers went over there. Disney. And everything was scattered all over the place. Spider-Man, all that. Hogan stayed till 2000 when he went back to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, when he came back to. Yeah.
So basically, they both needed each other. It's what the theory is saying. The contract expired 20 years later, but it couldn't save Hulk Hogan from the most painful jab of all. Being beaten senseless by the actual Hulk in the pages of Marvel Comics Presents number 45. By no less than Mr. Fix-It, Gray Hulk. Hulk in a suit, basically.
Okay.
He got beat by the Smart Hulk in a suit.
Wow.
So there's that. Okay, go ahead.
So, first of all, I want to start off by saying that what we're doing with this show, we're not trying to be like Dark Side of the Ring. We're not going to have long 1 hour, excuse me, episodes for each story. What we're trying to do is we're just trying to bring back some old theories as well as maybe introduce you to ones you haven't heard of, and then if you're interested enough, you can go down your own rabbit hole. So, the first one I'm going to start with is
Yeah. Most definitely look up Marvel Comics Presents number 45. It's
yeah,
really
check that
funny.
out. I'm going to look that up.
Really, it's really funny trying to see Hulk Hogan with hair
Oh God.
get beat up by
Oh,
this Green Monster guy
that's
in
funny.
court.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look at that.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to start with one from 1986, Texas Tornado. He's part of the Von Erich family
Of course.
of wrestling.
Um, More than one royal family, of course. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's a royal family,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
definitely.
They
So
were
is the
very big in
Guerrero.
Texas.
Very big in
Guerreros.
Texas. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of them are big in Texas.
Yeah.
Those are the only two that I know that families that are big in Texas.
Yeah, as far as I know too.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
So Texas Tornado, what happened? He got into a motorcycle accident, and the doctors were able to at least somewhat save his foot. What happened though is he tried to walk on it too soon, so they ended up amputating. He would then go on to wrestle with a prosthetic, even though no everybody who wrestled they said they couldn't tell. His brother Kevin was the one who actually told everybody. Uh, he would go to great lengths to keep it a secret, even showering with his boots on. And that part I think is more legend. I mean, there's no solid sources to confirm that. You just hear people saying that, but uh, a legend that is someone there's a legend that someone accidentally pulled off his foot in the ring. And
What?
again, it was said to be at a house show, so we wouldn't know. But I actually saw something today on YouTube. There's a wrestler, Pat Tanaka. Are you
Pat
familiar?
Tanaka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He claims he was the one who pulled the foot off.
Oh wow. So it's
Yeah,
real.
according to Pat Tanaka. I mean, it
According to
wasn't
Pat
televised.
Tanaka, he has a fake foot,
Yeah, and
and
he's the one
legend
who
is
pulled
real.
it off.
Oh my goodness.
And then it even Roddy Piper, he had an autobiography, and he said that he knew for a fact that he actually was in a hotel room with him, and they were just like talking, having conversations. Um, Again, it's only according to Piper. Nobody, I've never seen it. I don't think anybody listening would have firsthand information to corroborate the claim. But according to many wrestlers, no one knew about the prosthetic until Texas Tornado took his own life in 1993. And which, two of his three brothers who had died before him died by suicide. And
Of
so after
course.
he had legal troubles, he shot himself in his father's barn, and adding to, I'm sure you know, the Von Erich curse.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know about the Bon Eric curse. Uh, um, well, at least he didn't. Nobody or Pat Tanaka didn't like grab the foot and beat him with it, like
oh Jesus.
Diesel did
Oh God,
at a
terrible.
pay per view
Yeah.
against Shawn Michaels. He grabbed Bashan, one of the Bashan
Oh.
member,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Maybe Mad Dog.
Mad Dog Bashan. Yes, he
Yeah.
grabbed or Mad Dog Bashan's prosthetic leg.
Oh my God.
Um, he collapsed. He went inside the ring, beat Shawn Michaels with it, and then threw it away. Like, dude, give him back his foot.
Yeah, at least give it back. Well,
Uh,
and that
Freaking
there
hilarious
was that
spot.
time where Doink took his own arm off and beat Crush with
Um,
it when he
yeah,
had on the yeah his arm in the sling.
yeah. I was like, take my own arm also and beat Crush with it. If I had to listen to his gimmick, brother.
All right, so what do you got for us?
Um, let's see. I got. Where is it? So back in April 4th, 1993, Hulk Hogan was scheduled to appear to help his best friend and tag team partner, Brutus the Barber Beefcake,
Oh.
face the team of Money Inc. for the WWE Tag Team Championship. They didn't end up with the tag belts, but Hogan did end up winning the WWE Championship at the end of the night to end the show. But that's not what the story is about. For those that were watching that night, they noticed a black shiner of an eye on Hulk Hogan. Different accounts from different people tell a different story. Storyline wise, the team of Money Inc. attacked Hogan with a metal briefcase. Speaking to Access TV in 2011, Hulk Hogan claimed that the black eye was caused in a jet ski accident one day before WrestleMania. He broke his orbital socket and required over 100 stitches under his skin. In order to receive clearance, Hogan said he told the commission doctor that the injury was part of a storyline involving Randy Savage. The doctor allegedly believed Hogan and cleared him to compete. According to some wrestlers, though, Doink the Clown being one of them, Randy Savage punched Hulk Hogan in the face because he found out his wife was at Hogan's house hanging out with Linda
I
Hogan
heard
being
about that.
Hogan's ex-wife. Nothing wrong with hanging out at a friend's house.
Right.
And according to Dark Side of the Ring interview, these two stories match. They
Right.
coincide with one another because they said it on their episode, and then you put two and two together. It's like that's the day that happened.
Mm. Oh wow. Okay.
So Randy
That's some
Savage,
punch though.
right? That's what I said too. Randy Savage goes to pick up Elizabeth from the house and punches Hogan. What I want to know is how much force was in that punch that made Hogan's eyes swollen and shut like
Yeah,
that.
all red, bloodshot. Wow.
And if it is true and it happened the night before, Randy Savage is at ringside doing commentary, and
I know.
Hogan is allowing him to stay when he could have filed law charges because it's Hogan. You know, it's not going to work for him, brother. He would be the type to screw somebody like that. And if this was true, wouldn't he prevent Macho Man from getting a contract with WWE when he switched over?
Yeah, that. Yeah. I don't
Would
know though. I mean,
would
I don't
Hogan
know.
be the type of person to stay petty and keep someone
Oh, absolutely.
that hurt him from getting money?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Is there anybody who corroborates it? Any story? You said Doink. Anybody else?
Besides Doink, no. Just
No.
hearsay.
So he
Doink
said, did
said
he
it,
say he
so it
saw
must
it?
be true. Like Doink has gone on record as saying, it's like, yeah, I was there. Like, no,
Is
you
this
weren't.
Repo Man Doink? Which Doink are we talking?
Um, Original Doink,
Oh, okay.
which
So
was
not Edie.
Matt Bourne,
Matt Bourne. There you go.
the guy that left for ECW, and then I believe he passed away
Okay. Yeah.
from drug overdose from drinking.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I could see it, but it's hard to believe that there wouldn't have been more fallout.
And the story he tells, like, yeah, it was a jet ski accident.
Yeah.
Looking straight at Brutus' face, like, sorry, brother. I know it happened to you before, but,
I was gonna say, isn't that what happened to Brutus? Like the real story?
the real story with Brutus is that he needed surgery. So
But
you
from
got
the jet
Hogan
ski.
saying, oh, it only happened with an eye, man.
Yeah. But
Like,
wasn't Brutus's real accident with a jet ski?
no, it had a parasailer. A
Ah, okay.
parasailer
Okay,
kicked him in the face,
Ooh. Oh.
and he went out of it for like years. He needed surgery. Nobody wanted to compete against him because they were
Yeah.
too scared to hurt him.
Sure. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Hogan is all like a jet ski, and his eye is the only thing that got hurt. So
Right. Yeah, a whole jet ski hit him in the face and he just
the
got hurt.
whole jet ski hit him in that eye.
No nose, no nothing, no
found
head.
his found his target on that eye, and that jet ski said, "Oh yeah, brother."
Yeah. Maybe we'll know one day, maybe we won't. We probably won't.
We probably won't.
So here's
What else?
one I have, another old one. Again, this might be something that a lot of younger people don't know. So again, they're short but sweet, and if you are interested, you can go ahead and fall down your own rabbit hole. So back in the 80s, there was a referee, female referee. Her name was Rita. If you want to look her up, just look up first WWE female referee,
Oh
Rita,
yes, I know
RITA.
about her. Yes, I do.
Her claim is that she was assaulted by Vince while talking about her career in his limo. The claim is that she was asked to do certain physical things. I think we know. I think we all know. With
Okay.
Vince, if she wanted to keep her job,
Vince
and
McMahon at Kiss My Ass Club.
sure, yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, she declined, and so Vince made her do them anyway. That's the assault part. This would have been in 1986. So it's important to note that she actually went as far as to go on Geraldo Rivera's show called Now It Can Be Told. I know you remember Geraldo Rivera.
Uh, the mustache, Mustachio Man. Yeah, I do remember him.
And so, and again, it's important to note that it doesn't automatically make it true, but it's also important to note that claims from other female wrestlers were made since then as well. So, what's your take on it?
Basically 1986 Me Too movement. But then again, there's always been a Me Too movement.
I don't know. I don't think so.
And it's just now getting to the point where it's like, okay, Me Too again. But the 1986 Me Too movement happened with Vince. I'm surprised he's still around and still.
Well, and on into the 90s.
How did he win that court case?
Well, that never went to court.
That never went to court, and why not?
No. Apparently after she won on the show, I don't know if they paid her or there's something where she just disappeared. And I think as far as what I've read, nobody knows where she's at. Alive, dead, nobody knows.
Somebody check on her. We need a wellness check.
Yeah. Well, you gotta know where to check though.
Yeah, right. Going back to a few weeks ago when it happened to MSK dude, not gonna say his name. And somebody has said, why don't you go to the cops instead of airing it out on Twitter? Like report it to the cops instead of reporting it to Twitter. Not like anything can happen. Same thing there. Like, why report it to Geraldo Rivera? What's he gonna do about it?
Well, and that's what I said. Maybe it was just put it on the news, get a little bit of money.
Unless the cops were in Vince McMahon's pocket. I mean, I would doubt it, since there were other stories that, Vince told the cops, hey, can you keep this under wraps?
Yeah, because look, how many times has he ever gotten in trouble? Zero.
So
steroids. There's a lot of liars out there, or
steroids, his wrestlers murdering people, and Rita. So basically, yeah, totally believe that. And the fact that Rita's whereabouts are unknown, it's like, cold case, bring it back up.
Either that, or maybe they put her on a private island somewhere with $2 million, and she's
with Tupac.
There you go.
Oh, and Eddie Guerrero. Okay, fine. Tupac and Notorious B.I.G.
There you
go. Yeah, this is a bunch of hearsay, and if it was true, you got bought by him, and that makes it even worse too. Like, don't take his money, just get him.
Yeah, some people, like I said, I don't know about in this case, but some people are willing to sell their principle.
Hey, did you know Montreal was a work?
I've heard that. I could believe that.
The Montreal screw job was a work. All right, so let's get this one out of the way. I should have done this first, but let's just get out of the way and not say it last. Just do it in the middle of everything. November 9th, 1997 Survivor Series, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. WWE champion Bret Hart was defending his championship title against Shawn Michaels. A week prior to the pay-per-view, Bret Hart had signed a contract to join WWE, and he would start in December. WWE owner Vince McMahon manipulated the outcome of the match. The manipulation, I love saying that word, a shoot screw job occurring without Hart's knowledge that resulted in Hart losing the championship title to Shawn Michaels in his last match before leaving the rival promotion. Adding more salt to the wind in his native country of Canada. Shawn Michaels applied Bret Hart's submission finisher on Hart. Immediately, referee Earl Hebner called for the bell. Vince McMahon ordered for the bell to ring and named Shawn Michaels the winner, even though Bret Hart never submitted the move. Arguably the most controversial match in all of wrestling. Yeah, somewhat. After the bell rung, Earl Hebner immediately got out of the ring and left. in a cab, in a car, as seen on Dark Side of the Ring, of course. Shawn Michaels, who pretended not to know anything, possibly acted more lost here than in his match against Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam. Remember that?
The
Flop,
oversell.
the oversell. And then oversells here is like, "What'd you do? What happened? You won. Son of a bitch." Bret Hart gets up and stares a hole into Vince McMahon's face and spits on him. He looks at the hard camera, which is the play-by-play camera. Hard precision in the stands or the bleachers on a tripod that stand focused on the ring, and writes the letters WCW with his fingers. Nobody has ever done that before, and they made sure to cut it out of the replays for the next day on Monday Night Raw. The conspiracy? People to this day think it was a work. From the fact that Bret would let this happen in his native country to the first camera showing Bret's reaction, and the fact that Bret Hart was already filming a documentary of his own during this process called Wrestling with Shadows. Fans to this day believe that if it wasn't a work, Vince should have taken the championship title off of Bret before the match even started. He's the boss. The reason for Vince McMahon to do the screw job, we have to go back 2 years ago on December 8, 1995, on an episode of WWE Monday Nitro, the rival promotion of WWE and Vince McMahon. A familiar face of the WWE at the time, known as Alundra Blaze, remember her?
Of course.
Shows up unannounced and throws the WWE Women's Championship in the garbage, right next to WCW owner Eric Bischoff. She closed by reinforcing that her real name is Medusa and not Alundra Blaze, and said, "That's what I think about the WWF Women's Championship belt." After she left the announcers team, commentator Bobby Heenan was left with a genuine shock on his face, while Eric Bischoff was clearly trying not to hide his smile, because it was his idea. Fast forward to 2 years later, and Bret Hart thought he was winning his match against his rival in the ring, Shawn Michaels. Hey, no more sunny days for you. So here's why they all think it was a work. Bret Hart doesn't start working for WCW until December 15th. That is a whole month long that these writers could have thought of a better way to take the championship off of Bret Hart. Who was the head writer?
Russo, right?
Enter Vince Russo. The head writer, and arguably the guy that credits himself to coining the Attitude Era. Fuck that guy. Russo had gone to McMahon with ideas on how to take the belt off that night. None of them were good enough for Bret Hart. He didn't want to lose in his hometown against Shawn Michaels. He would be willing to lose the championship the next night on Monday Night Raw, but not here in his own country. Like, I'll lose it to Shawn the next night, but not here. Sorry, I can't do that. No, okay, we'll think of something. More than 20 years later, and the story doesn't stick. All parties involved in the screw job have taken credit in the fact that they thought of the spot where Bret Hart gets put in his own submission hold, and they ring the bell. Jim Cornette brought up the idea, as well as Vince Russo, Gerald Briscoe, and Pat Patterson, who gave Bret the idea that his spot should happen. So let's take you back to after the match. Bret spits on Vince McMahon, writes WCW in the air with his finger, and then continues to have that disappointed dad look on his face. Oh, you know the same one. You know the one, right?
Yeah.
The same one he had when he loses clean, or when Owen Hart defeated him at WrestleMania 10.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Devastating move of all time.
Right.
Also, the cameras for Hitman Wrestling with Shadows documentary is still rolling, and Bret knows this. He left in the ring and goes on a rampage and throws monitors on the floor while his brother Owen and the rest of the Hart Foundation watch him. He doesn't go after Vince here. After the show, they go to the back, and Bret is still in the building in his locker room, and Vince walks in while wanting to talk to Bret. Would you have stayed?
No.
Would you have stayed in the locker room? Would you have gone back to the locker room? Hey, let me shower in this place that they screwed me over in.
No.
Exactly. And there's another story here later on that shows that how you act when something like that happens. But here, he takes a shower, and when he decides to go take a shower, Bret is living in a set, but he warns Vince that he's going to take a shower, and when he comes out of it, and if he's still there, he's going to punch him. After he takes a shower, he walks out, sees that Vince is still in the locker room, and punches him in the face. This according to Vince. According to Brett, Vince took a dive and sold like he does on TV. The only people that were in the locker room when the punch happened were those two, while the documentary team is still outside filming and hearing the commotion. Other wrestlers have come forward saying that they believe it could be a work. Sean Waltman, formerly X-Pac, claimed to know Bret Hart real well, but how could he not see this coming from a million miles away?
Yeah.
So if it is a work, it's been a long con for the past 20 plus years that I'm even starting to believe it.
Yeah,
Who
it's hard.
benefited? Yeah, it's hard. It really is. Who benefited from the screw job? Vince McMahon got upgraded from commentator to CEO, Mr. McMahon.
Hmm.
And Bret Hart, which immediately turns him face when he shows up in WWE as the guest enforcer in the match between Hollywood Hogan and Sting. That's a clean slate. The documentary doesn't come out until a year later, on December 20th, 1998, a year after it happened. The year anniversary. November of 1998, the segment gets rehashed again when The Rock applies the sharpshooter on Mankind, and McMahon calls for the bell, screwing Mankind of the vacant WWE Championship title. I would be suing.
Yeah.
I would be suing because you still work for him. He screwed you out, and then he makes fun of you a year later, but you still put out that movie a year later as well.
I don't
So
know. It's one of those where when it first happened, I absolutely 100% believed it. But then as time goes by, you think,
you start
nah.
you start hearing these stories. You start hearing other
Yeah.
people's where were they? What were they doing? What did you hear? Bret Hart's ex-wife. He didn't tell his. It's basically Waltman saying like he didn't tell anybody. Made it more believable. He didn't tell his ex-wife. Triple H doesn't know about it. Everybody else is like, oh shit. In the documentary, Bret Hart's ex-wife is all like, Hunter, did you know? Hunter, did you know? And he said, no, I didn't know. She said, you're a damn liar. And he keeps on saying, I didn't know, I didn't know. What if they did? They didn't know because it was always a work.
Right. Maybe it was such. Well, or that, or if you're gonna do something like that, you probably have to only tell one or two people because the rest
One
of
or
it, no
two, and basically the people in the room,
people. Yeah.
Vince and Brett already knew what was going to
Vince,
happen. This is what I'm
Sean,
going to do. This is what you're going to do.
or maybe not
Now,
even Sean.
not even Sean.
Yeah.
He does. He tells Brett, "This is what I'm going to do. This is what you're going to do." Okay. So separately, he tells Sean, "All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put him in the sharpshooter. We'll take care of the rest." Okay. Pat Patterson, go convince Brett to let Sean put you in the sharpshooter. Gerald Briscoe, go convince Brett to put him in the sharpshooter. So he basically told all these people, go do this for him, go do this. All these players are set, are put in place, but nobody knows if it's real or not.
Right.
Up until when it happens, like, oh, it went smooth. Vince McMahon comes out, the evil boss villain for years, and Brett goes to WCW as a face. That when the whole Hogan and Sting happens, it becomes a screw job, and Brett goes in there and says it's not going to happen again. Basically reinforcing the fact that it happened a month prior and bringing the storyline in. Years later, he talks more about Goldberg hitting him in the face than the screw job. Come on.
Well, but that's what retired him, though. Pretty much. I mean, with the Goldberg kick.
Yeah, that retired him, but he talks more about that than the actual screw job.
Yeah.
And the actual screw job is what got him, that point.
Oh,
Sure, he his father got inducted into the Hall of Fame. He went back to WWE for that, but that's his father. And they could have had any of the other Hart family members, but they chose Brett.
True.
Like, no, I'm still mad at you. Keep kayfabe alive. Keep it kayfabe is the last option for them. When
Well, and that's
kayfabe is actually dead, they actually do that one. So yeah, I believe it's a work.
you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, because everybody's saying, like, no, I told him to do that spot. I told him to do that spot. Earl Hebner's all like, I was told to ring the bell. I'm out. By different people, no less. Vince Russo, who keeps saying, like, we told him to do this, bro, and all this, bro, and all that.
Yeah.
All right. What's your next one?
All right. So I'm gonna go with another. Well, no, actually, this one probably isn't unknown, but it's definitely a. Anyway, so this involves Pat Patterson.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So, uh, again, if anybody wants to look it up, the guy's name was Tom Cole, Tomcole, like Michael Cole. He was a ring boy who accused WWF at the time employees of sexual misconduct. Again, Pat Patterson was among the accused, and as you know, Pat was one of Vince's best friends, and he's also just as information here is credited as the first openly gay pro wrestler.
Yeah.
While the story did die down almost as quickly as it sprang up, it is important to note that Linda McMahon offered to pay for Cole's college education once all these rumors came out. So it's kind of weird that, like, why if somebody's lying against you and your husband or friends and your company, like, why are you offering to do something like that? It's also important to note that settlements were paid out to him and a couple of others, and two officials were fired. And Patterson was also let go, but he did return very shortly, less than 6 months. So again, I guess that's what happens when you're best friends.
And keep it hush
And
hush.
right. So and it's important to note that there's no solid proof that anything happened. Like I said, there are the payments, there's the college and everything, but maybe if somebody is spreading lies and you just want to make it go away, uh, that is kind of fishy though. But if it did happen, and to what extent, it's hard to say that with everyone involved. Were they willing participants at the time, and maybe they just, sometimes you want to go for a payday, and at the same time, are there any fabrications after the fact? So, like I said, maybe with Patterson being an openly gay wrestler back then, maybe that guy did something, he agreed to it, and then afterwards it was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe somebody found out, and so instead of kind of himself being found out, maybe he just went along and made up a story. So I don't know. It is a conspiracy. It is a urban legend, I guess you could say, because again, there's no solid proof that it happened, and if it did, there's no proof that it happened the way that it was said. Were you familiar with any of that?
Yeah, I think I saw them on the Maury show.
Yeah, they were. It was something. Yeah, one of the shows back then.
And when it happened, and then, um, hold on, let me look it up.
Well, and then I'm pretty sure when the money started coming out, that's when all the cease and desist. They're like, okay,
Not
yeah, never mind.
Donahue. Donahue show.
Yeah, there you go. They stopped talking about it once the money started coming out, and it went away real quick once money started getting handed out.
And Wrestling Scandal in '92. Was that it?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think he did carry it on for a while. It did not first happen in '92 though. No, it was definitely earlier in the '80s when it
Yeah.
initially, anyway.
Yeah, it happened in the Donahue show. I just can't.
Yeah.
I remember it. They're putting up there's videos of it on YouTube also. Just look
Yeah.
up the Donahue and WWF drug and sex scandal in 1992, and you'll see
Okay.
lots of
Yeah.
videos there.
A lot of
A lot of hearsay, a lot of stuff that happened back then.
right, and it's hard to really hard to it's hard to say,
Yeah.
what really happened, especially now.
All right. In June of 1984, the Fabulous Moolah sold her rights to the Women's World Title to Vince McMahon after he had broken ties with the NWA once again. By agreeing to the very lucrative offer, she would also compete exclusively for the newly named World Wrestling Federation and become their first women's champion. Before this, it is estimated that from 1956 to 1983, the Fabulous Moolah held the title for 11,000 days. Not straight, but total.
Oh, okay, total.
Yeah, no way. She's like a multi-time champion over there. She's a
Okay.
acknowledge her, but we're not going to.
Nah.
No, we're good. Nobody should. Completely different story, but if you want to know why we don't acknowledge her, you look it up. On July 23rd, 1994, in the Brawl to End It All broadcast on MTV, the Fabulous Moolah, with Captain Lou Albano in her corner, lost her title to the exciting Wendy Richter, who was accompanied by Cyndi Lauper. Yes, you heard that right. Cyndi Lauper. You know, girls just want to have fun. That's Cyndi Lauper. The ending consisted of such an odd pinning predicament that the decision could have gone either way. This was a pivotal moment in the Rock and Wrestling Connection era. Despite 11 matches on the card, this was the only one that was televised on MTV and was a huge step forward for women's wrestling and the WWF in their continued pursuit to become the only pro wrestling company in the USA. Moolah, unaccustomed to losing, took out her frustrations at the end of the match on the referee. Of course she did. Conveniently ignoring the belt lineage and not recognizing the title changes before Moolah arrived in the WWF, the event was promoted as Moolah being the undefeated champion who had held the belt for 28 straight years. She went along with this lie of invincibility and when interviewed never mentioned the 4 times she had lost it. Of course. Narcissistic. After a couple of title defenses against Moolah, Richter finally dropped it to Leilani Kai with Moolah's interference in February of 1985. Richter regained it at the inaugural WrestleMania in March, but the title would not elude Moolah for long. Later that year, she became champion once again, but in a bizarre set of circumstances during a match that is often referred to as the original Screwjob. There you go. It is significant because, perhaps for the first time publicly on the big stage, we witnessed the lengths Moolah will go to maintain herself on top. Ignoring whatever had been planned, Moolah, disguised as the Spider, gained a pin on Richter when it was evident that her shoulders weren't down. In the storyline, Moolah claims that disguising herself, she's a little disgusted. Either way, Moolah claims that disguising herself as a preliminary wrestler called the Spider was the only way she could get Richter to defend the title against her after 6 months of trying and being denied. Afterward, Wendy left WWF forever until her WWE Hall of Fame induction in 2010 and never spoke to Moolah again. Theories on what exactly happened that night in Madison Square Garden abound. It has been said that Richter had various disagreements with Vince McMahon about her compensation, but she was underpaid. It was compared to the male wrestlers. The only person earning more than her on the women's WWF roster was Moolah, because Moolah made more money.
She's been around forever too.
According to David Shoemaker at Grantland.com, Richter was surprised to see Moolah on a card she wasn't scheduled for. But she also saw Glandine, or sometimes spelled Glandine, who had wrestled as the Spider. But more recent sources, like the book Sisterhood of the Squared Circle, assure that Penny Mitchell wrestled as the Spider Lady on and off from the start, just after the inaugural WrestleMania. Richter realized something was amiss when she saw that the Spider had seemingly changed shape once she got a good look at her in the ring. Oh, man. Okay, we're not going to do that. But you get the picture. Like, Spider Lady is not that big, but here she is. She was now shorter and shaped like an older woman. Who was like 40, 80, 50-year-old woman? Even the fans were yelling Moolah about a minute into the bout. So I watched the tape. I watched the video on YouTube. Immediately, everybody knew Like that's Moolah, 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 and even Monsoon and but not Bobby the Brain, the other guy, the Body, Jesse Ventura. They're commentating. They were like, Moolah, is that her? They're like, I don't know what's going on. They didn't even know what was going on. Richter said that she expected anything from Moolah, but added, what I didn't count was the referee getting paid off. This might sound strange now, but during this time, the referees, timekeepers, and state-appointed medics were not WWF employees, but instead assigned by the different state athletic commissions. And in this case, it was the one from New York. It was an inside job. The crooked referee in question, Dick Kroll, was a former pro wrestler and was the head referee used in their monthly MSG shows. Oh, the fix is in, buddy. It was a women's championship heist. I'm an honest and trusting person, and I thought the referee was as well, Richter explains. After maybe 7 minutes, Moolah did a small package. Devastating move in the world, I tell you. Or something. It won a lot of matches. And look, it even screwed somebody out of a match. She did a small package or something that you usually can easily kick out of. Exactly. The ref counted 1, and I lifted my shoulder up. The ref then counted 2, 3 very fast, and that was the end of the match. I was so angry that I just walked right out of the building in my wrestling gear, wrestling boots, grabbed my wrestling bag, and went outside and hailed a cab. That's how you sell a screw job, Brett. You don't go back, take a shower. You don't go back and change. You don't go back and say, if you're not gone by the time I take a shower, I'm gonna beat your ass. You do the beating right there and then. You should have just left. But you're in Canada. You're in Montreal. And she did it. She's like, fuck this place. I'm out of here. I went straight to the airport in my wrestling gear, got my ticket, and changed my clothes in the airport restroom. See? That's how you sell it. That's how you make everybody think that, yeah, it was a real thing.
Yeah, it's definitely more believable than the other.
I believe that, and I believe Montreal. If they had wanted me to drop the belt, I would have had a problem with it if I had been compensated properly. She received $500 for the match. Moolah got like $1,000 probably.
Yeah.
Some people from the office called me several days later, but I didn't pick up the phone. Vince or Moolah never called me directly, and I never spoke to them again. I don't hate Moolah's guts, and I don't wish her evil. I just don't like her and don't trust her. I'm not going to act like I do. The match that night at Madison Square Garden became known as the original Screwjob, and was the last match fan favorite Richter ever worked in the WWF. Wendy wouldn't appear in anything WWF related for the next 25 years until she was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2010. After this Screwjob finished, Richter wrestled in the Caribbean for the World Wrestling Council. You know that place, right?
Oh, yeah.
We all know that place. Don't go into showers. Yeah, don't. If somebody asks you to stay, come with me, I want to talk to you in the showers, don't do it. No. Just run away. Like, how are you going to be scared, not scared to do that, but yeah, okay. She won the women's title twice and having a vicious feud with Monster Ripper, and later the AWA, winning the title there and holding it for nearly a year. She later obtained her master's degrees and became an occupational therapist and dog breeder, breeding several champions at the prestigious Westminster Kennel Club dog show in New York City. So now, that's how you act when somebody stabs you in the back and somebody does that. So what they didn't say here is that she did not leave right away. The match happened, all that. I saw the match. They do the fast count, and the referee goes to Moolah and, raises her hand. But Richter thinks the match is still going on. So Richter gets in there and starts wailing on Moolah, and Moolah doesn't sell it. She is just standing there like, what are you doing? I won. What are you doing? I won. Like, what? Confused as hell, Richter just stands there like, what are you talking about? I haven't got pinned yet, I'm still standing here. Like, that's not how the match is supposed to go. No, I won. Go get away from me. And that's happening at this time. Um, Commentators, Gorilla Monsoon, and Jesse Ventura are still like, what the hell's happening here? It's like dead air, but at the same time, it's like, this, what? Why is Richter? No, okay, this is weird. So the whole thing is going on. Nick Kroll, the referee, gives Moolah the belt. Richter rips it from Moolah and says no. She doesn't believe she lost. She still thinks that she has the match is still going on. She rips the belt from Moolah and slaps Moolah with the belt. And it just keeps on slapping her, and Moolah doesn't sell it at all. It's like, get the hell away from me. I won. She raises her hands in the air as if to say, don't listen to this child right here. I am your champion. I'm your new winner. I'm your new champion. And Richter's all still in disbelief, doesn't know what's going on. But she keeps on hitting Moolah, and Moolah just standing there taking all the punches and not selling him. So that happens. Moolah grabs the belt. She leaves. Richter's just standing there like, what the hell, dude? She punches the referee and walks away. And that's when she goes in the back and like leaves the building. Doesn't come back.
Yeah, I have to look at that one again. I feel like I've probably seen it back, but I definitely wouldn't have known what I was looking at.
Yeah, it's like being there, it would be like, what the? Even the freaking people in the front row, like, she kicked out. She kicked out. And they're like, what the hell's going on? Like, even then, if this was recorded now, people would be throwing stuff in the ring. Like, this is bullshit, all that.
Oh, yeah, I have to definitely look at that.
But yeah, it was a bad match altogether.
All
All
right.
right.
I have one, and I'm going to say beforehand, I'm a fan of both of these people. So this
Uh-oh.
is not me. This is not my opinion. Do not kill the messenger being me.
Uh-oh.
Now, this is not substantiated by anybody. This is something that I read, and I was like, okay, I don't think I'd never heard it. So I'm assuming not too many people. I didn't find a lot on it, but just the fact that it does exist, if you want to look it up. Um, Again, like I said, this is, as far as I know, this is strictly quote unquote fan fiction, internet rumor, conspiracy.
Okay.
Um, so apparently, due to how close they were in life and the response to the untimely death of Eddie Guerrero in 2005,
Okay.
some keyboard commandos actually believe that Benoit and Guerrero were lovers.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, Eddie, right?
Eddie
Eddie Guerrero
Guerrero.
and Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard anything like that ever before?
I mean, more so that they were best friends, brothers, because
Well, for sure.
when Eddie
Yeah.
Guerrero died, there was a whole thing in the Dark Side of the Ring when Eddie Guerrero died, and Benoit heard about it. He made this loud no.
Yeah.
He cried and everything. There's that. But other than that, no, I've never heard about this.
Well, and then so, and it's, you mentioned the Dark Side of the Ring. Aside from what was said on Dark Side of the Ring with how he responded and everything, apparently regarding the relationship between the two, the conspiracy goes on to say that perhaps Nancy knew and was going to expose the secret, and that is why Chris, if you believe that he did it, I still, I don't know, but if you believe that Chris killed his family, apparently the reason why, according to this conspiracy, the reason why he did it was because she was going to expose them.
See, I heard there was another conspiracy there. I heard another story though that It wasn't Benoit who did that,
Hmm.
but somebody had um, broken into the house. This is online, not me, not saying it. It was me thinking this, but somebody had said online that somebody had broken into the house, uh, murdered all three of them
Hmm.
on Saturday because the people said that he died on a Saturday. Sunday, he was texting Chavo, telling him the dogs are in the backyard or here or whatever. The doors are open.
Now,
So,
I thought Kerwin White. I mean, I thought Chavo said that
oh my God,
that they actually spoke on Sunday.
that
Was
yeah,
it just
that's
the text? Like
it
spoke,
was
like
just
verbally spoke.
verbally spoke. I don't remember
When he
hearing.
said, remember when he said that he was like, Chavo, I love you. Was that not, that wasn't on
He
Sunday?
said that he had sent him voice messages on his thing,
When,
but
okay, because when
they
I
didn't
saw
speak.
it,
There was some speaking there and all that stuff. People are saying that he left him a voice message. I don't remember anything of it from other than that. Like, yeah,
okay,
he sent him messages saying that about this and at this time and at this time. And
okay,
Chabo told Vince, who Vince said, send a wellness check for him, and they did.
mhm,
That's how they found him. Um, with all that stuff. So
okay.
I don't know if it's true. They
Well,
also
because,
said that Kevin Sullivan came in there and did all that,
yeah,
not believing any of that stuff, of course. But still, the other one being that what you just said that Nancy was gonna tell everybody. Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I know. I don't want to, I don't even know. And there's nothing
Nah,
more to it than just random people online. Nobody who would know anything has said anything like that. It was just
like
something, that's definitely one I've never heard.
why would Nancy tell people that Eddie and Chris Benoit were lovers when like she has more to lose also with that. It's like
Not necessarily
my
though, because
husband
she would,
my husband is gay.
yeah, but she would definitely get a divorce and get uh, alimony.
Eh, true.
I mean, there's, if you can't get a divorce for that, what can you get it for?
Yeah, that's right.
I
But
don't
still,
believe it.
I don't
I
believe it
don't believe
either.
it. No,
Um,
but it's not
still on that thing
impossible.
where it's not impossible. Then again, the whole thing with Kevin Sullivan's not impossible either.
Yeah, right. But it's
There are
very unlikely.
people. I mean, there the freaking stories that are coming out of people saying that it was an inside job. Kevin Sullivan did it, or that this happened. It's just like, damn, dude, these people are really grasping and stretching it out there. But yeah,
I I will say this for me. I I definitely don't think Kevin Sullivan did it. I definitely don't think that. Like nothing like that. Like this is not some Undertaker storyline or anything like that. But I'm still not convinced that he. I still believe that somebody else could have done it. I do believe that, but I don't think it was Kevin Sullivan or some famous whatever. I don't believe
right.
that, but I do believe that somebody else could have done it.
Okay.
Because I mean, I haven't seen any proof. They just say,
Uh,
oh, well, the cops say lots of stuff.
yeah.
Somebody did. Okay, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't 100. I don't know that he didn't, but I also don't know that he did. And you're not going to convince me just because I'm so okay. This person did it. I guess I need more than that.
All right. Is that all we have? Is that all you
So
have?
I do have a couple more short ones if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Stretch
So
out the episode, man. Stretch it out.
so this is one that like I said, I didn't necessarily know myself, but just looking at stuff. So there was a wrestler, Rick McGraw, in
Rick
November
McGraw.
1985, and not long after a match he had with Piper, which was in syndication. It was a WWF match. However,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard
yeah,
about this one.
due to kayfabe being what it was and being years before sports entertainment was a thing, fans thought that McGraw's death was actually that Piper beat him so badly that he died. And again, you have to remember we didn't have internet like we do now. We didn't have all these things where you could just get on and be like, no, no, it didn't happen like that. It's back then where you had to call a 900 number for $3 a minute just to get the fake stuff, or not the fake, to get the storyline stuff.
Right.
So, but people actually thought that he died from his match with Piper. And like I said, we didn't have insiders back then. Now everybody knows everything. Everybody's a smart mark, but we didn't have the outlets, we didn't have the insiders, and there was really no way to dispute it. So, without any real reach or influence, um, the claims, and then you have these little pockets of people. Hey, did you hear this? Oh, hey, did you hear this? So the real reason that he died was due to a heart attack, which they said was steroid related. Again, I don't know, wasn't there, but it's just kind of crazy to think like back then people really would think, oh yeah, that Hogan guy, if you punch him, he's gonna get mad and start shaking.
Oh
Like
boy.
people really thought that one.
Yeah, that's true.
And then this last one I have.
I have
Oh,
another
go
one.
ahead. Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. Go.
yeah. There's one of Ultimate Warrior being fake.
Yeah, the haircut.
The haircut. Story goes that after his match at, what was it, SummerSlam? Of course. Again, 91, SummerSlam 91. Him and Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter and General Adnan and Colonel Mustafa. Of course, he does the whole thing. He has to go to the back because he's chasing after one of them, Colonel Mustafa or General Adnan. And he gets handed his papers by Vince that you're fired or you're suspended indefinitely. Prior to that, he was trying to get money off of Vince McMahon, saying that he was the top face in the WWE, and Hulk Hogan is number 2. They didn't appreciate that and all that stuff, so they let him go. They suspended him. He was still under contract until September of 92, which was the next Survivor Series. That was supposed to be Randy Savage and Ultimate Warrior versus Razor Ramon and Ric Flair.
Okay.
Which then Ultimate Warrior left again. So basically, so we don't see Warrior from SummerSlam up until WrestleMania 8 in 92. When he does come back, he's a much shorter.
Was he shorter though?
He wasn't shorter. He only let's see.
Shorter. The hair was shorter, and
no,
he might have lost a pound or two, but I don't know about that. I don't know about
fans thought he looked different. A rumor started that he died. WWF had clearly found some big guy, slapped face paint on him, and taught him how to suck at wrestling. So he comes back and does all this stuff, and he comes back different, basically. And then years later, when Warrior's in WCW, he makes his way to the ring, and Hogan looks at him and says, "I thought you were dead." This is basically a shot at those people who thought it was all because Jim Hellwig at the time changed his name to the Ultimate Warrior, legally changed his name to the Ultimate Warrior. Like, you look him up as the Ultimate Warrior, it's him. He's no longer Jim Hellwig. Even his family changed their names to Warrior. Dana Hellwig now goes by Dana Warrior. Their daughters go, like, don't even know their names, but their last names are Warrior. So it's really freaking hilarious to know that some people think that, yeah, he died a long time ago, man. And then he comes back in 92. And then he comes back in 96 wearing a hat and looking like Ryback.
Oh, with the spray paint.
With the
singlet and whatnot.
With the spray paint singlet.
Yeah.
Looking like RVD, but steroid muscled.
Yeah.
And talking about something else other than what he's ever been talking about. But it's really like crazy and creative that people saying that he died.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that yeah, with the Hogan when he said he thought he was dead, that reminds me of the remember when they thought Paul McCartney died?
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
you never heard that? You know the Beatles.
No, yeah, but no.
Well, no, and then there was the song that John Lennon sang, and he had a line in his song. He said, "Those freaks were right when they said you were dead." So it's kind of like
Oh,
almost
damn.
like, "Hey, weren't you dead?" Calling out the fans. But anyway, so that's kind
What do
of
you have?
so wow. Yeah, I I think that's a whole lot of what would have been the point of doing that? Let's say it's true. Let's say the real Ultimate Warrior died, the Hellwig, assuming he was the original. What would have been the point? Just not bring him back. I mean, they
Uh,
fired him already. It's not like he was, let's say like literally he was on the road, died in a car accident, and the next day he was going to be the pay-per-view draw. Then yeah, I could see putting it. But why would they even do that? What would have been the benefit?
hmm, probably a renegade.
No, I don't know. I definitely
Okay,
don't
and
believe
for
that.
those that don't know what that means, uh, years later we get a different version of the Ultimate Warrior, but not Warrior himself.
Way different.
Way different. Hulk Hogan hires a guy that looked exactly like. Well, WCW hires a guy that looked
Yeah.
exactly like.
Well, it
Uh,
didn't look exactly
oh,
like it looked
not
like
exactly.
Mike Awesome trying to be the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh my god.
It looked like Adam Bomb trying to be the Ultimate Warrior.
There you go. Same face paint. Just red and yellow.
Yeah.
His name was Richard C. Wilson. And he got a lot of slack from people saying that you're not him, you'll never be him,
Mhm.
like being compared to him, and all this stuff. He
That was
passed away.
WCW's fault.
Yeah, he passed away on February 23rd, 1999.
Mhm.
The only time he was a one-time WCW World TV champion. That's about it.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
WCW's fault.
and he worked as a male exotic dancer in New England area.
Why'd you have to bring that
I don't know. It's just the similarities with Ultimate Warrior, but yeah, it's not him.
Yeah.
He freaking looked like Mario Van Peebles.
Oh my god. Well, remember they did bring him in when they couldn't get the actual Ultimate Warrior, and they did the music and all that. Remember because they were doing the whole tease. They would do the silhouette,
Generic version of the song.
the generic, which the song was
Oh,
generic enough.
the Wish version of the Ultimate
Yeah,
Warrior, Renegade.
no, the Fiverr version.
Oh my. He died by suicide, and severe depression continued to increase for Wilson after being released from WCW, as well as financial situation, and the fact that no other wrestling companies had made any offers to him.
Right.
Wilson died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head on February 23, 1999, at the age of 33. Police said that he was arguing with his girlfriend, who lived with him in a home, when he suddenly pulled out a .380 caliber pistol in the kitchen and shot himself with it. Wilson's gravesite is located at Park Hill Cemetery in Muscogee County, Georgia, USA.
Hmm. Man, that must be some serious
So here's to
issue over
everybody
there.
that kept talking shit about this guy when they shouldn't have. And it wasn't Mario Bad People. It was somebody else. I know it was some random ass actor from back in the day. I
But
just
that
don't know
definitely
which
wasn't
one.
his fault, though.
No.
He
Um,
pushed him at that, and I mean that's rough. That's hard. That's hard to. And pro wrestling fans are very unforgiving. Like
the
they're
twins.
quick to
Remember the
forget a match.
twins? That's who remind me of the twins from Twin Actors.
The only one I know are the Olsen twins.
Twins.
And when Van Dam played his own twin in Double Impact.
Yes, but there were these two.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they were like they would play like cavemen.
yes, barbarian type.
Oh okay, yeah. I think they were kind of in movies that we probably shouldn't have been watching, maybe, or
Uh,
like maybe
something
a,
like
a
this.
softer variety.
Softer. The barbarians.
Like, yeah, but I think they were
The
in. Cinemax
I
movie, weren't they?
were they? I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember one movie that they were a part of that it went straight to the movies or theater.
Oh,
Um, David Paul and his brother Peter, the Paul brother.
okay.
Jeez,
Yeah, I think they were. Well, anyway,
like
maybe that was
what?
later.
That was probably I don't remember all that stuff, man.
But yeah, that's
But
right. They were.
that's that's who they look like. That's
Yeah,
who
that's
the
true.
renegade looked like, and
Yeah,
that's how what the renegade was trying to be like. It was he wasn't trying to be like
they were trying to pass him off as the Ultimate
they
Warrior,
they
though.
were trying to pass him off as the other one were, but he looked more like these
Oh,
guys,
he definitely looked like those guys. Yeah, he was more round, and yeah, he had more of that
like
Aquanet hair.
80s, Double Trouble, Twin Sitters,
Right.
the Barbarians, and they were in these bunch of freaking yeah. That's the movie 1987, The Barbarians. Yeah, that's about.
No, I remember them. I do remember them.
uh, like one of them look. They're both the same, but they both look
Yeah, they
like
look the
Renegade.
same. Yeah.
All right, do you have another one?
So I have this last one. It was covered,
All right, go ahead.
but again, some people might not be familiar with it. It is Jimmy Snuka,
Oh boy, we talk
and
about him
many,
so much here.
well, and many people probably are aware that Snuka was accused of killing his girlfriend many years ago. Uh, Shortly before he died, he was being taken to court over it.
Right.
I don't know if everybody knows that, as there is no statute of limitations on murder. It is important to note that the case was left open for investigation initially, as officers and the coroner suspected foul play when Nancy Argentino died. They just did not have the proof, and the forensics were not the way that they are now. Um, and she did die from complications from a skull fracture.
Oh
Snuka,
boy.
one thing was that Snuka would change his story. He initially told them that he pushed her, but he didn't intend for her to be hurt, but she did fall and hit her head. Then he changed the story to they had stopped on the side of the road to go to the bathroom and she slipped and fell and hit her head. He also then said that he was at a taping and he came back, and because she was still sleeping, he got worried and called for help. So, like, he's had at least three or four different stories, even in his autobiography, which I think he dictated, but he did not write it. There's so many different stories, and it's funny because all the things from the autobiography was why they decided to reopen it almost 30 years later. So, like I said, he changed the story so many times. Conspiracy is that they said that Vince may have even bribed investigators initially to keep Snuka from being taken away, because there was a time before Hogan that Snuka was kind of like the Hogan of,
Yeah,
yeah.
playing
So I mean,
politics and everything, all that. Of course.
well, and the fact that he was the most, he was the top guy for a time. So I mean, you definitely don't want to lose your top guy jumping off the cage, all that kind of stuff. Back when there was no Matt Hardy in sight, or Jeff Hardy, I should say. So aside from that, it's important to note though that Argentina was actually his mistress, so he was married too. So I mean, already,
Oh,
even yeah, that
okay.
was it was his girlfriend, but it was his mistress whenever he was in the Northeast wrestling, because she
Uh,
actually ended up dying in Pennsylvania.
okay.
Um,
Oh wow.
so he was married. The coroner also said that it should have been a homicide investigation, as cuts and bruises and other injuries indicated far more abuse than a single push would cause. So there was more of a pattern, and he actually was accused of assaulting her before, but she took her story back. And then 5 months after Nancy died, he got in trouble for assaulting his then wife. He had been
Oh,
married three times. That was his first wife. So in 1985, Snuka was ordered to pay the family $500,000 for wrongful death, which could point to guilt. But it's also important to note that civil penalties do not require the same standard of proof as a criminal trial. And as you'll recall, because you were in California at the time, as I was, with the OJ case, he was found not guilty criminally, but he was held responsible for wrongful death. So, um, and again, interestingly enough, and this is one of those, it's like a kidney punch. The family never got a dime because Snuka filed for bankruptcy, so he never had to pay them anything. So not only did they lose a family member, but they didn't get anything. I don't know. So now, when charges were brought 30 years later, Snuka, as you know, was sick and too far gone to stand trial. Not only did he have stomach cancer, according to his wife at the time,
Oh,
they were
bullshit.
also saying that they were saying that he also had CTE and
Oh,
dementia, and he was not even able to remember his own lawyer's name. So
yeah,
in
okay.
2017, the charges were dismissed. And July 15th of the same year, he died, taking with him 100% truth of whatever happened to Nancy. So I don't think we'll ever know. I mean, I think when you look back at everything, he probably did it, but I mean, only he would be able to tell us 100% exactly what happened that night.
So, if your name is Nancy and dating a wrestler, break up with him now.
Yeah, they're
That,
they're 0 for 2 so
damn
far
it, dude.
with making it into old age. Yeah,
Freaking hell. Are we done? That's it. That's it,
that's
right?
it. Yeah,
All right.
we can now get back on
Let's,
the apron.
yeah. Let's take a little break before we do.
Yeah,
We'll be right back with
mm-hmm.
the fantasy wrestling draft that we promised we would do. So we'll be
Definitely
back
stick
after
around for
this.
this one.
Exactly. Definitely stick around for this one. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the show. We're going to end it on a high note here. So we're going to do the fantasy wrestling draft. Yeah, let's do that. I haven't watched Raw yet or NXT, and NXT is being played as we speak. So we're drafting blind during this game. So let's remind everyone of the rules and regulations of the game. Here are the rules. Each player owns a roster of 15 male wrestlers and 10 female wrestlers from Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Trades can be made at any time, but not in effect until the week. We can trade with each other or trade among the list of free agents. Free agents are those not chosen during the draft. If both players want a free agent, the player with the lowest score has first dibs. Free agents added to your roster start at 0. The draft occurs before the first official event of the season. Begin by randomly determining the player draft order. Each turn, a player selects one wrestler to add to their roster. Continue until all players have 15 wrestlers on their roster and 10 female. Tag team draft rule. If a player selects a member of an official tag team, that player must immediately declare whether or not they will pick the tag team partner on their next run. If they choose to pick the partner, no one else can pick that wrestler, and the player must choose the partner on their next turn. Otherwise, a tag team partner is fair game. Should we do that, or should we just choose the tag partner, the tag team by itself, and have that as 2 people on our roster? That's 2
That makes it
picks.
harder though, doesn't it? Because maybe you don't want both.
You really
I
don't
guess
want
it's
to.
kind of hard to split them though, right? Because they're probably gonna be together.
They're like, it'd be weird.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if I had Jay and you had
Right. Yeah. You gotta choose.
like, just choose both of them.
When you call one,
You call one, you get the other one, and then the next. That means the next pick I'd have to pick 2 also.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Let's do.
We could do that instead of all that. Hey, I want to choose the other one. You can't pick them.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're doing tag teams. Tag teams count as 1.
Okay. Was
You know
2.
what?
2
No,
people.
let's do tag teams count as 1.
One person.
One.
Like one.
They're going to be tag teams. They're not going
Out
to
of
do.
15. Okay. All right.
Are
Yeah,
they going to
let's do
be? Are they going to do? And you can't
that.
get a point if they're in a solo match.
Oh, you don't get anything if they're in a solo match.
Yes, that's the new rule for tag team.
Okay.
That's gonna suck if we have to fucking fight Riddle versus Jay.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
son of a bitch. Alright, we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Yeah, let's start with that. We can always.
And if the tag team breaks up, so that means you'd have to pick a new tag team
Okay.
next turn. So there. Yeah, so let's do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Scoring single matches. Victory by pinfall, submission, or knockout, 5 points. Victory by disqualification, countout, or forfeit, 3 points. Defeated in a match, you lose 1 point. Tag team matches, victory by pinfall, submission, or knockout, 4 points to each wrestler. Victory by a disqualification, countout, or forfeit, 2 points for each wrestler. Defeated in a match, 1 point for each wrestler. Negative 1 point. Title matches, winning a title, 10 points. Successfully defending a title, 8 points. Defeated in title match, negative 1 point. Tag team title matches, winning a tag team title, +8 to each wrestler. Successfully defending a tag team title, 4 points to each wrestler. Defeated in a tag team title match, negative 1 to each wrestler. Special matches, victory in a special match, 7 points. Tag team victory in a special match, 6 points to each wrestler. Defeated in special match, negative 1 point. You're doing the points also, right? You're remembering these points.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to.
actually have. Yeah, you're gonna have to write this down.
Okay. I'll send you the point system
Okay.
as well. Other scoring rules: all points are doubled in a pay-per-view event.
Oh, cool.
No points are scored for a match ruled as no contest.
Mhm.
So now we decided on promos and sneak attacks are worth 3 points.
Okay.
But if, let's say, Natalia is doing a promo by herself, and
Yeah.
somebody else joins her in that promo and doesn't say anything, that's not worth anything. Raquel Gonzalez. But if your person is doing already a promo, she gets attacked, you both get the point.
Okay.
It's so 3 points for you doing the promo, 3 points for me doing the sneak attack.
The attack. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
vice versa. So we're all getting ready for that promo and sneak attack. Special matches include any match with modified rules such as triple threat, fatal four-way, battle royal, cage, hell in a cell, falls count anywhere, no DQ, etc. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun at Extreme Rules or TLC or Money in the Bank. You do not need to own both wrestlers to score in a tag team match. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Winning after every episode of Raw, NXT, or SmackDown, players will tally their points to determine the current champion. The player with the highest overall score is the champion. In order to win the championship from another player, you must exceed their current overall score by the end of the month, basically after the next pay-per-view. All right. We did say we're both picking the Roman Reigns rule. Since he has both titles, we get to say which title we want. The WWE Championship.
Choose them. So you could probably choose, but I mean, you'd have to choose them separately. But I guess you could choose both, right?
If you want, what do you?
If you
You don't
choose
want
it separately.
You don't want Roman on your roster?
I didn't say I don't. I'm just saying I didn't.
You didn't. If
That
you
doesn't
wanted
mean. I mean, I can always
get them,
I mean, you don't know my whole list, but I'm just saying.
or we could just skip them all together.
Yeah, since he's a champion now, let's skip him.
Let's skip him, and then whoever is our highest point person, that's our champion. I mean, Roman Reigns is basically undefeated.
Yeah, and it's probably going to stay that way for a while.
For a while, and up until he loses that belt,
I mean,
that's when he's fair game.
Yeah, when he loses, then you could,
And that's not going to be for a while. For now, let's. All right, so basically just Roman, right?
Yeah, he's the only one off.
Okay, you want me to go first?
You go ahead.
All right. First on my list is going to be Braun Breaker.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Nice choice. All right. I'm going to go with the next best thing, or the next big thing. I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. All right. I'm going to go with Edge.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to go with one that I didn't like him so much many, many years ago, but apparently now he's like a top tier guy. Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Oh my. My number 3, I'm gonna go with Damian Priest.
Wow. Okay. You might know a little something. I tell you what. I can't choose Roman Reigns, but I'll go with maybe not the next best thing to him. Maybe a little bit under that. I'm gonna go with Solo Sequoia.
Solo Sequoia. Wow. Do I have him on my list? No, I don't have him on my list. All right.
Or Sokoa, sorry, Sokoa.
Number 4, even though I don't like him, I'm still gonna choose him just because maybe he's gonna do something good, but hopefully not that good. I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. You don't actually even like him that much, but okay.
All right.
See. Let's make my number 4, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, see now, because I don't want his partner though. Ooh, you know what? Okay, I might have to throw him. He might actually be off the list. I'm gonna go with Jimmy, so I gotta go with Jay.
You gotta go with Jay. You got the Usos.
So I'll take both. But that's
So,
yeah. So that's 2, right? Number 4 and 5.
yeah. All right. So that means
You picked 2.
my pick 2 is RK Bro.
Oh, see, and that's I had Randy Orton, but then I was like, but I don't want the surfer guy. So that's fine. Yeah.
So if they break up, you can take you can try to release
Randy
your Usos.
Yeah.
And pick RK Randy Orton and then pick another person as your 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Wait, are we doing the 5 and 6 or are we doing 5?
What do you mean? We're doing.
You're doing 4 and 5, and then or was
that?
Yeah,
so we get 4 and 5. Yeah. So now we'll be 6. You should have 5.
Yeah.
So far, yeah. And because I Brock, Drew, Jay, Jimmy, and Solo.
All right, you got another one. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a single wrestler. I'm going with Sheamus.
Sheamus.
Because they're not a tag team, right? They're a stable, but I'm only.
Yeah.
Are they a tag team? If not, then I'll change because I don't want 3 of them.
No, that's stable. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So now I don't necessarily like this wrestler, but I feel like he's going to be active, and that's the point. That's the name of the game. Gable Stevenson.
Gable, what the hell? All right.
I feel like he's going to be active. They tried to push him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like he's going to be active.
Very well. Oh shit, who do I have? What the hell? I'm going with Theory.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now I know you're probably gonna laugh at this one, but I think he's gonna be active too, seeing as what happened with his lackey, whatever you want to call him. I'm going with Happy Corbin.
Happy Corbin. Okay. Jeez. Who do I got? I'm gonna go with Gunther.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, you like him though. I think because you mentioned him a few times.
Yeah, that's fine. Everybody else who's watching, listening to this, like, how can you not pick this guy and this guy? It's like, yeah, it's all right. We're getting there. Don't worry.
All right.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go with. Now, correct me if and I might actually be wrong. Montez Ford is in a tag team, yes? Or no?
Montez Ford and Hawkins.
Yeah, so I don't know if I want both. So for now, I'm gonna go for, and if you steal him, that's fine. But I'm gonna take MVP.
Okay. Geez. I see your MVP, and I race you my Bobby Lashley.
I stole him. All right, he was gonna be my next one. I'm gonna go with Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler. Who do I have him on here? Ziggles. No, I don't have him. Damn. That must suck. Jeez. Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, you have a nice list and everything, and I'm gonna let you finish. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the list you're picking, they don't want none. Nope, they don't really want none. AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. All right. Okay. See, I see your AJ Styles, and you don't want none. But my guy is gonna burn it down. Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay. He was actually, because I chose some extra ones because I figured eventually.
Yeah, I chose some extra ones too.
So not bad. Yeah, he was on my reserve. Not a big fan, but again, I think he'll be active. Nakamura.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with quite possibly my jobber at the moment. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna go with Butch.
Oh wow. Okay. Hey, you never know though. It might be your dark horse.
Yeah.
Might be the dark horse. All right. So you did steal a couple, and then I had to give up a couple because I didn't want the tag team partner. So let's see here. I feel like, do I want to do that? This is gonna sound very funny, but I feel again like he's gonna be active almost.
Almost.
He's gonna be active. He's gonna be active. And like I said, that's the point. Even if he's just doing his Andre the Giant promos in the back.
Oh man.
What happened?
I'm gonna go with my other big guy, Grayson Waller.
Okay. All right, let's see. Like I said, I have to look now because I have extras, but I remember who you stole from. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with. Oh no, wait. No. What's his name now? It's not. Oh, Ezekiel. I'm taking Ezekiel.
You're gonna take Ezekiel.
I'm taking Ezekiel.
Oh.
At the very least, he'll do a lot of backstage stuff, pretending he's not. Those are points. They're still points.
Those are points.
So this is your 15. It should be your 15. Make it good.
Crap. I'm gonna go with Santos Escobar.
Okay. This one again. I'm having to pick from my reserve because all
of it. Okay.
And it's not going to be anybody I necessarily like, but I'm trying to make a smart choice here. Okay. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay. So that's 15 for you?
Divas, yeah.
Okay. So recap. I got my number 1 is Braun Breaker. Number 2 is Edge. Number 3 is Damian Priest. Number 4 is Cody Rhodes. Number 5 and 6 is RK Bro.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is Theory, Austin Theory.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, just
Theory. Carmelo Hayes. Number 9 is Gunther. Number 10 is Tommaso Ciampa. Number 11 is Seth Rollins. Butch. Grayson Waller. Santos Escobar. Do I have 15? 1, 2, 3,
14.
4. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So mine, number
Female.
1, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Go ahead.
Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, 3 and 4. Solo, number 5. Sheamus, Gable Stevenson, Happy Corbin, MVP, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles, Nakamura, Omos, Ezekiel, and number 15 is Kevin Owens.
All right. Now we're going with the females, the women's wrestlers. Kick it off, really?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. It's really hard to choose here. Basically, because I know which one your first choice is going to be already.
I bet you don't. I'll tell no, it's not.
It's not? All right.
No.
Even though. I'm going to switch it up. I'm not even. Yeah, you know what? Mandy Rose.
Oh, wow.
My number one. Go ahead.
My number one all-time wrestler is Bret Hart. So I'm going to stay with the family and go with Natalya.
Natalya. Wow. Who do I want more? You know what? Number 2, Rhea Ripley.
Nice. Okay, she was actually in my reserve. All right. Ronda Rousey. That's who you thought number 1 was going to be.
Hey. Okay. So we're that. I'm going to go with her. Charlotte, number 3.
Oh, nice. Okay. She was also in my reserve. Number 3, I still believe in her, and I don't believe she's a man. Becky Lynch.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Although the haircut might tell a different story.
Okay. I believe she'll do something. My number 4 is Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay. I'm going to go with, again, this is just off the top. I just feel like she'll do a little something. Tatum Paxley.
What? All right.
My dark horse.
Damn. For freaking hell. Number 5, but not number 5. Number 1 in my heart. Oh. Nikita Lyons.
Wow. Okay. I have one. I'm not gonna pick her just yet because she's not very active. But if my number 10 might just be one of those. Like you said, it's like I'm not gonna get any points, but I just want her to be on my roster. But I'll save that for number 10. So for now, I'm gonna go with an obvious choice, Sasha Banks. That's an easy choice. Do I have to take her part?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Her partner is
Naomi.
Naomi, yeah.
So that's your 5 and 6.
I'll take Naomi.
Is there any other tag teams? Jeez.
If not, then I can pick some.
No, you know what? Go ahead. Sasha Banks is fine.
Oh, without the partner?
Yeah, without the partner, that's fine.
Okay.
So that's your 5?
5, yeah.
My number 6 is Liv Morgan.
Okay. I'm gonna go off the beaten path here. Take an NXT wrestler, Wendy Chu.
Nice. Let me get also number 7, Cora Jade.
Okay. I am going to take Sonya Deville. You didn't say her yet, right?
Ooh, wow.
But you were.
Damn.
You were
poor Bianca. Damn.
Oh, no.
Not
beat
bad.
My number 3, so you can
not bad at all. Any more female wrestlers on the roster? Jeez, I feel like there isn't any. You already picked Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God!
I don't like that laugh. What do you? Moolah is not eligible.
No, really, Moolah. Oh, what is number? What number is this? 7? Is this 8?
8.
Dana Brooke.
Okay. I mean, there's worse. I might have chose one too. Tiffany Stratton.
shit. Oh,
You just never know, though. I mean, you can't just take all the.
we're gonna enhance these talents this year, this week.
You got to take chances sometimes.
Like some of these people, I don't even know who they are. They're just on the roster, but they haven't been seen.
Yeah, but so it's their number should be called soon, then.
Holy shit! Oh, they changed their names too.
Yeah, there are some. Yeah.
Number 9, Alba
Number 9.
Fire, formerly known as Kaylee Ray.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right. I'm not gonna say for. Well, no, actually, and I feel like you didn't. You did not say Carmella. Yes.
I didn't say Carmella.
There you go. Number 9.
Number 9 is Carmella.
Yep.
Who are these people? You know what? No. Number 10. Shit. Let's go with 11 or 12. Let's go with 12 girls.
Oh wow. Okay. So I have to.
Only because there's a lot more girls on the roster than I
There are
thought
a
there were.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
Let's go with 12. Number 10. The only person on the Diamond Mine. Oh, Ivy Nile.
I don't like this. I don't like the laugh. What do you do?
Go.
No, it's your pick. It's your pick.
No, it's a 10.
Oh,
Ivy
you
Nile.
just picked. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when we were stopping at 10, this was gonna be my like. Oh, it's. I know I'm not getting any points with her, but I'm gonna take Maurice.
Maurice?
Yeah.
Okay.
She wrestles twice this year. It's just for vanity's sake.
I'm gonna take the bullet and say Bianca Belair.
Okay. Well, you'll get more points than Maurice will get.
Not choosing her. Not already. Oh shit! Who did I say? Did I say Dana Brooke?
You did, yeah.
8. Did I put a number on there? 1, 2.
She was like
That's 8.
6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
8. She's number 8.
Okay. Yeah, so now I gotta pick 2 more. Okay. Well,
all right.
I'll go with somebody. There's not actually somebody that's that bad of a pick. Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler, not bad.
No.
Anybody? Man. See, I think this person's gonna get released. Budget cut soon.
Well, if that happens, you just get another pick.
Yeah, I know. So let's say screw it and say number 12 is gonna be Dakota Kai.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good thought. All right, number 12. Right. Let's make it. I want to go. Didn't I don't know how to say it. Asuka, whatever. She's gone already, isn't she?
Asuka? No, she's coming back soon.
Oh, okay. But she's
She's not back yet, but like, do you want to wait until she comes back and then you can you can do that. You can trade with your lowest person.
I'll just pick her now. I'll pick her now. I'll take
All right.
Yeah, I'll take her.
All right. Recap. My number 1 is Mandy Rose. Number 2, Rhea Ripley. Number 3, Charlotte. Number 4 is Raquel Rodriguez. Number 5 is Nikita Lyons. The Thick Glove. Number 6 is Liv Morgan. Number 7 is Cora Jade. Number 8 is Dana Brooke. Number 9 is Kaylee Ray, who goes by a different name now, Alba Fire. What the hell did they do? Because, red hair and all.
Well, yeah. No one makes sense.
Let's change her name here, too. Where is she? Kaylee Ray or Alba Fire. How about all that fire? Number 9. Number 10 is Ivy Nile. Oh, jeez. Number 11, Bianca Belair. And number 12, Dakota Kai.
Not a bad list.
Not bad picks at all.
Active.
So we're starting with the Monday stuff. And I'm going to go watch Monday Night Raw later on and start picking.
Oh, so we're going from this week that happened already?
Yeah, because we were supposed to start last week. And
that's true.
didn't happen. So let's start, and then WrestleMania Backlash is on 2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay.
So that's doubled extra points.
Yeah.
Points. We're going to do the points separately, and we are going to update you guys on the podcast during the episodes of the wrap up.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, at the end of the week.
End of the week wrap up. We'll start updating our points and tell you who our number one champions are of each show. We only got
Probably
one
gonna be
team.
me, but that's okay.
We only got one tag team from each roster, so we're okay, I guess. Like, if we wanted to, the final two in last place, I'll probably switch them over to another tag team.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe it depends on how that feels. But yeah, most definitely gonna do a table for this and start putting points in. Start watching every episode.
If people want to get involved, maybe we can start making it fun. We won't necessarily bet money, but maybe if somebody, something funny like, oh, this bet you got to do, whatever. People like to see people embarrassed, so we'll see what the people out there can come up with.
Yeah, what you guys can come up with, tell us. Let us know in the comments.
We're not Jackass, okay? So nobody's. My insurance isn't.
We're not jumping off tables, or we're not doing all that stuff that happened on Jackass Forever.
Make it funny.
Or at WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah.
So there's that. Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna be fun as hell. If you
maybe
want
we'll
to
even come up. We can make a fake belt, or at the end, like not every time, but maybe at the end of a year or whatever, we can actually whoever wins it send the cardboard belt.
I'm gonna buy the 24/7 belt. What are you talking about?
Gotta make that the cover photo for the
fantasy wrestling, all things wrestling championship belt.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, from the podcast. We'll see how that goes. When does this fantasy wrestling contest end? We have no idea. We'll just extend it up until SummerSlam, and then from SummerSlam it'll still go until WrestleMania. Perhaps we'll probably be like 1 million points from now. But then if we lose matches, we lose the point.
Yeah.
So imagine if we're at a pay-per-view and we lose that match, we lose extra points. We double that. But we still gain more points. And even though, like, it'll suck if two of my guys have to face each other. And there goes Edge and whoever else I have. Did you get AJ Styles?
I got AJ Styles, yeah.
Okay, that's fine then. We have the same people. We have the people going up against each other, which is hilarious. Right. You have Jay and Jimmy. I have RK Bro.
Well, and you have you stole them from me. You stole Bobby Lashley, and I have Omos.
There you go. We got the. All right, cool.
And I have MVP too.
Yeah, that's even better.
The man.
If
you want to call it.
We'll do that. Okay, cool. Are you ready to end the show? And that we ended the show on a high note.
It's actually a good one. I could do this for the next whatever. But anyway, yeah. I think people are tired of listening to us. So.
All right. Thank you for listening to the show and supporting us. You can find us on the Nerdvana Network, or TNN for short, which is a conglomerate of podcasts that promote each other's common interests. So give them all a follow as well. Check out the Linktree at linktree.com/the Nerdvana Network for more information on that. And don't forget to tell them that I sent you. They will probably send you a piece of cake for doing so. Again, definitely listen to the Buzz in the Tower podcast for anything at the 80s movie. If you go and tell them I sent you, they will send you an awesome 80s retro VHS tape. You hear that? No More Late Fees podcast. We'll send you a retro blockbuster card. Yeah, good time. 90s, I tell you. And if you tell them I sent you and quote a wrestling catchphrase to them, I will send you an 80s to 90s red and yellow Hulkamania t-shirt. It's a thought that counts. I'm kidding. Don't do that. I'm kidding about the t-shirt. You can go ahead. Oh. Michael will send you a Hulkamania t-shirt.
No, I was going to have you send me one.
Oh my. All right. Follow us on Twitter at all_things_pod. Follow me on Twitter at $1,000,000Geek. Listen to us on Spotify or Anchor at All Things Wrestling. Check us out on YouTube and smash that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram for more wrestling content. We will be back in a few days with our segment, the wrap up. Wrapping up everything that you saw all week or that you didn't see, and just giving you our opinions on the show as well as rating it. From now on, we'll be asking questions before the show ends, and it will appear on the Spotify for episodes as a Q&A. Hopefully, you're reading the episode description. Click on See More, and you will see 2 links. The first one is if you want to leave us a message. Doesn't matter if you're trolling, we will still air it. Go back a few episodes, you will hear Mickey Mouse. It's like farther back now. I don't even know what episode he was on. That was surprising. The next link, if you want to support our podcast, we will never charge you for episodes, even if they are too good. You have a right to hear us, but if you want to support us on our cause and send us money so we can buy better equipment, better computer, better microphones, go ahead and click on that second link. It will ask you if you want to donate money once a month. Charges range from 99 cents to $4.99 to $9.99. Once we figure out what to do with those 3 and learn how to make shirts or bumper stickers, you guys will be the first to know. Even keychains. Let's go. We'll probably do a Under the Apron t-shirt. First thing to go. First thing we'll do is the Under the Apron t-shirt once we find out how to work this stuff, because we're old and we don't know how. So we need a younger generation of people to help us with that. Can you send us a message? Quickly, immediately, right now. Let us know that you know how to do this stuff. Send it to us. Email us at the podcast allthingswrestling@gmail.com. You can email it there to let me know you're able to do this, and we'll talk. All right. After all that, scroll down some more, and it's the Q&A. This week's question, you ready for this week's question?
Yeah. Cool.
Right. If you were to build your own stable with any wrestler of any era, who would they be? They can't be champions, and you get to choose one tag team. You can include a female in the stable as a wrestler or a valet. I found this question on another site, so let me know what you think. And we will tell you our answers next week on the wrap-up when we figure out, because we have a whole week to figure this one out.
Yeah. I want to make a good one.
Yeah, let's make that good. So we'll do that. And that's all we have for tonight. See you guys next time. I'm Ernie. That's Michael.
Yep. See you guys next time.
You have just experienced what lies under the apron.